Hi there, I'm Coach Todd, head coach of NoLimitsTriathlon.com, and welcome to the May newsletter. This is a little bit different for the newsletter this month. I didn't really want to type something out, so I decided let's make a video and see how that goes. You guys can let me know if you like it video or written up or whatever. But what I just finished, a long run. I did a 2-hour run. And so now, every time I come back from a run, I like to have coffee. Today I'm drinking coffee in my Ironman World Championship mug from Hawaii. And this was brought back from Anthony from last year. So that's pretty awesome. Kona coffee is not in there, but it's close to it. I'll be having Kona coffee in 2 weeks. Anyways, so I finished a run. And you know when you're out running and you feel good and your brain starts going, you come up with great ideas for your work or life or whatever, and you think this is going to be a great newsletter and it would just flow out perfectly. Well, we'll see how it comes out. Probably not as good as I was running, but we'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll take off my glasses here. We don't need those on. But seriously, I just finished. It was a beautiful day here in Calgary. Not much wind, probably about 13, 14 degrees. You know, just a t-shirt and shorts. It was really nice. Okay, so what I want to talk to you guys today about is it's kind of just setting goals and, you know, what are you doing with your life and things like that. A couple of years ago, my son had a birthday and he wanted a special hat for his birthday. And he took a picture of it and he sent it to me. No, actually, no, it's not no. I said, well, what kind of hat do you want? And he said, it's a YOLO hat. So I went to a store, I found the YOLO hat. I took a picture of it. I said, is this it? He says, yes, that's it. And so I had no idea at the time what YOLO meant. So YOLO is Y-O-L-O. Does anybody out there know what that means? Put up your hand. Go ahead. Yeah, I know. So YOLO means you only live once. And I thought that's a pretty cool saying. So he has the hat. And it would have been awesome if I had the hat. I would have put the hat on, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where the hat's gone to, but it's around here someplace. But we still have it. And he puts it on every now and then. I think it's a cool thing. But what it reminds me to do is to do things that you want to do and you only live once. So if you find something that you really want to try and do, well then, you know, don't let things hold you back and get out there and do it. I'm going to give you an example of a YOLO for me. Probably back in October, maybe November, Gord came up to me and said, Todd, I'm going to do Barcelona 70.3 and I need some help. So I coached him along the way, and then his wife Charlotte is doing it and his vice president Phil is doing it as well. So 3 of those guys, and Charlotte, gal, right? So 3 of you are going to do Barcelona 70.3. And I thought, wouldn't that be cool if I could go and do Barcelona at some point too? So I got my brain going and the juices flowing, and I kind of looked on the map and I find out where Barcelona was. I've never been to Spain. And do you guys ever write a bucket list? You know, you write a list of things that you're going to do before you die. And one of the things that I wanted to do was on my list was to do a training camp in Spain. And it was never happening. I wrote that down probably about 6 years ago. The idea of me having a training camp in Spain just seems super cool to me. And so I put a picture of a bunch of people in Spain. I took it from the interweb, right? Put it on some part of my computer so I could see it, and I could visualize myself, you know, being the camp leader and you guys there with me. And so, but it never happened because I'm too busy doing California camps and Hawaii camp, right? But so this year I decided, well, let's try and do a scouting expedition. And so I said, let's go to Barcelona, check it out, see if it's even worth going there and if it's potentially could be a training camp place. So I went with my wife, and we spent 5 full days in Barcelona, and we really enjoyed it. It's a beautiful area, and there's lots of things to do. So what I'm going to do in 2016 is to do a training camp in Spain, in Barcelona. So it'll be 5 days of training, and then on the 6th day or 7th day, we're going to do Barcelona 70.3. But my YOLO experience was this. Back in probably December, I was still thinking about doing it. We hadn't bought the tickets yet or anything. There's my dog. He's cheering for me. And so people were asking me, you think you should do this? Is this a good idea to go to Spain? And part of me said yes, and part of me said no. Like the economy wasn't so good, and you could see things going down. And I kept thinking, well, maybe it's not so good, but part of me really wanted to go. And I got to a moment where I had to pause, and probably for like 2 minutes. And I thought, well, I'm not going to do it. I was going to pull the plug, say, I'm not going to do it. But it was only about 2 minutes. Then I decided to put on my YOLO hat. So as my You Only Live Once hat, I put it on. I said, you know what? I'm going. And so it was full steam ahead from then, bought the tickets, and plans were just rolling along. And once I make a decision to do that, I like to just go. And I don't want to pull back at all. And that's just how I am. And I like to live life that way. So we went to Barcelona and we had a good time. But there was a moment there where I wasn't going to go. And I tried to weigh, positives and negatives, and I tried to make the positives outweigh the negatives, and then I decided to go. And so if you have a dream that you want to do, I highly recommend, trying to put your energy towards it and find a way to get it done. So another dream that I wanted to do too was do an Ironman in Lanzarote, which is the Canary Islands. And I talked to Tim probably in September. We were reviewing his 2014 year, and he said, Todd, 2016, I'm going to do Ironman Lanzarote. And I thought, wow, I would love to do that. But I thought, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. But yeah, I said, I'd like to do that with you. But so now what I figured out is if I go to Spain, check this out. You go to Spain, you go to Barcelona, do the 70.3. Do you know what's the next weekend? That's right. The next weekend is Ironman Lanzarote. So if we go to Spain, do Barcelona 70.3, hop on a plane on Monday, and then do Ironman Lanzarote the next weekend. Right? How crazy is that? It's so crazy that I want to do it. So that's what we're going to do next year. We're going to do Barcelona 70.3, come to Spain, and then we're going to go to Ironman Lanzarote. Now, I get some of you, that's way too, out of your possibility, and I get that. But for those of you who want to really challenge themselves, this could be it. You don't have to come to both camps. You can pick one or the other. Now, Lanzarote, if you've never heard of Lanzarote, it's in the Canary Islands. You may not even know where the Canary Islands are. They're just off the western side of Africa. And it's one of the most difficult Ironman races out there. So it's on a volcanic island. It's windy and hot. And anyways, I'm going to stop about that. But that's what we want to do, or what I want to do, 2016. Okay. This mic is falling down. Okay, so upcoming news for No Limits. What we got happening here in 2 weeks. No Limits is heading to Kona for the Honu training camp. So we do 5 days of training in Hawaii, and then on the 6th day we do Hawaii 70.3. So this must be our 4th year going back. So it's pretty exciting. I love going back to Hawaii. I like coming back with Kona coffee, so I can fill up my Ironman mugs and drink Kona coffee. It's awesome. I want to wish good luck to Gord, Charlotte, and Phil, who are doing Barcelona in a few days. I hope you guys have an awesome race. So when we get back from Hawaii, we're going to be doing some open water swim classes. And they're going to be starting on June 5th, so that's a Friday. If you're interested in being part of the class, please send me an email. We're going to do the same format as last time. We're going to do classes on Monday mornings at 9:30. Friday mornings at 9:30, and then Friday evenings at 5. So that's 3 possibilities you could swim. Okay. What else we got going on? We have the Calgary Ironman training camp. That's going to take place on July 10th, 11th, and 12th. And so if you want more details on that, check out the camp tab on my website and just click on that. You'll have more information. So I think that's it for the newsletter. It's kind of like a video newsletter. Let me know if you liked it. I highly recommend you guys to take your YOLO hat, put it on. Don't put it on all the time, but put it on sometimes when you really want to, electrify your life, right? And get things happening. And it's something that you don't always do, but you want to challenge yourself and make something exciting. So for me, my next thing that I want to do is this. Right, so this is the World Championships. And so my YOLO cap, I'm going to try and qualify for Hawaii this year. And so I'm going to be doing, my chance to qualify will be at Ironman Canada in Whistler. And that's actually coming up really quick. And that was why I was out running today, trying to get myself in shape so that I can be fast enough to get a spot for Hawaii. So that's what I'm up to. I'm wearing my YOLO hat a lot. We got camps coming up. We got open water swims, and we have camps. And so I hope you guys have a wonderful month. And if you have any questions or anything you'd like to be covered for next newsletter, please let me know. This is Coach Todd saying thank you very much and happy training.